Aloha, everyone. Wow, the chat's going off already. Let's say hello to some people.
Hi, people.
Mata Maru was the first one in. Hi, Heather. And Ginger was the third one. How are you the third one? That doesn't make sense.
3 is the great number there.
Yeah, 3. Right. Ocean GD, welcome. And Nancy, of course. Hi, Ange. Hi, Diane. Lunar Love and Light, welcome. I think that's everyone. Welcome everyone who's coming in. Welcome to all the lurkers, and welcome to everyone who's watching the playback. I've got these amazing people with me. Yay!
Hey.
Right. Which way do we point?
Yeah, I did that pretty good.
So we got Ginger, Nancy,
Oh,
Gerald, and me, Jonathan. Welcome.
and moi.
And moi.
Moi.
So, I know you guys were wanting to talk a little bit about the elements and what it means for you. So, Ginger, take it away with your fire.
Me first. Pick on me.
You're the
First
one
thing
who
I want to
suggested
say, a little quote from Buddha. I was doing a little research. What I should have been doing truancies today, but I'm fire element tonight. And it says, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. So I wanted to get that out there.
Amazing.
So yes, I'm fire. I love this. The fire is representing passion, compulsions, creativity, motivation. It's also signifying spiritual awakening and the divine fire within our soul.
Ooh, I love that.
So and then also the colors of fire, which I wouldn't even thought of if I didn't look at it. Blue is a color of fire because it's the blue at the bottom, and then when Nancy, when she starts blowing it, no, I'm just kidding. That's when the orange and the gold flame comes up. And so without air, we could not have fire. So yeah. So there we have. I do want to add this. I learned today Greek philosophy classifies fire as one of the 4 foundational elements tied to passion and power. Prometheus, he stole it from the sun to give to mankind for our survival, for our light, for our heat, but it is also destructive. So you got to keep that balance of that fire energy, and with respect, much respect.
So, what fiery decks have you got for us today?
Oh, what? Well, I had to do dragon decks.
Oh, of course.
So I have the Oak Ash and Embers. I have the For the Love of Dragons. And then I also have Pablo Barrieri's dragon. I just took the dragon. So
Which the dragon one's out.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, that's me today.
Nancy, what does air mean to you?
Well, air, the qualities of air are communication, intellect, swift movement, the vital force of our breath, and it's connected to all living beings. I've found, I did a little bit of research on it, and it said in ancient Greece, the 4 wind gods governed all directions and were considered to move the 4 seasons through the year. You can't see the wind, but it's a powerful element of nature. The air element is also associated with the heart chakra, and it's the life force of our breathing. So it's the breath of life, and it circulates and penetrates the earth, causes fire to burn, adheres to water with which it mixes. So they're all interconnected, aren't they?
Right. They are. Did you bring any air specific decks with you?
Well, I have the ethereal tarot and the mystic palette, and I also have quite a few oracle decks. And what I did was I pulled out all the cards having to do with air.
Ooh, exciting.
So you kind of made your own deck in a way.
Sort of. They're sort of scattered everywhere here.
I love that. Gerald.
So Earth is our environment. It's our body. It is our resources. So when we think about Earth, keep those things in mind. It's not only the things where we place our feet. It's where we plant our crops. It's where we build our homes. It is also about our physical bodies. So being, Earth is about being grounded. I also like to think of Earth as our ancestors, those who support us, those that we are going to leave behind. When I leave, what am I leaving for those who are coming next? So for me, Earth is very much it's a foundation. And a lot of times people say, well, you need grounding. You need grounding. Well, yes, you need grounding because you move in this 3D world. So, and I have two decks. I have the Green Menagerie, which feels very earthy to me.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee. And I
that's
picked
a great
this one very much because without bees and the environment
Thank you.
and things that are planted in the earth, we will not survive.
Agreed.
Exactly. Well, I have water. For me, water is interesting because it's one of those elements that can be it can be solid, it could be liquid, it could be air, right? We think of ourselves as mostly water, right? I've heard anywhere from 75 to 90% of us is water. It's just like, well, what's the real number? Probably closer to 75 than 90. But I mean, we are mostly water.
It actually depends upon your age.
True. And how hydrated you are.
Yes, yes. I learned that when I was doing some research for Alive about water. It's like, it depends upon, babies are more water.
Yeah, it's true.
So, sorry.
The other thing about no problem. The other thing about water is it's really, if you think about it, water represents our emotions, but it also represents our intuition. The other thing that I represent with water is fear, because nothing other than fear really makes you feel like you're drowning quite the same way, right? So water is this thing. It's a life giver, but it's a taker away at the same time. If we don't have the rain, the crops won't grow, right? So that is something I think is very. All four elements are needed, truthfully, for us to function. So the decks I of course had to go for all the mermaid decks. So I got the Mermaid Tarot.
There you go.
Got the messages from the mermaids, and I also pulled out little sea melodies just because I had to be all mermaid out. I grabbed a couple other things, but it just didn't feel right other than these. So, and as far as this whole idea of doing the four elements, this is not technically my idea. I mean, it is to do a live like this, but I'm getting this idea from this oracle that I've had since the 90s. It's The Alchemist. It's by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber. And it's a very interesting system because that was me. You roll dice, right? And then in the book itself, each element has pages, right? So this system works by rolling a dice, and then you go to the page. So there's 12 pages per element, right? And that's how you get your message. And it's really, this is an idea of turning your life into gold, right? By working with the elements to really just make sure you're balanced. I mean, that's one of the things that I know in Chinese medicine I learned the 5 elements, which is a little bit different, but I mean, same general idea. where if one element's out of whack, everything else goes out of whack. And so in 5-element acupuncture, you go to the pulses to figure out which element is the most unbalanced. Yeah, fix that. Then you go back to the pulses to see how did everything shift? What element now feels out of balance? And you chase that unbalance around the body until you chase it out, right? But I just love the idea of getting these amazing readers together to just do some elemental readings, right?
It'll be fun.
So where's my banner? Here we go. If you would like an elemental reading, please type in #me. We're going to be doing the giveaway wheel. Thank you, Gerald. So it's going to be completely random. We'll do as many as we can, but we need to end in about 45 minutes-ish. So yeah, type in me and we will get started. In just one moment, let me switch back to the comments so I can see.
I'm just going to keep this up.
Thank you. I should have made it a part of the scrolling thing, but I want to make sure we have questions, right? So Leah, we're not doing specific questions, right? If you look at the scrolling at the bottom here, fire represents the action you're going to take, right? Air represents the idea you keep in mind while you're taking the action. Oh, oops. Water is the emotion that you will encounter through this whole experience. And then earth is the next stage in the process. I said state, should be stage. Thanks, autocorrect.
Which, Leah, when you're thinking about that question,
right.
Whatever is read for you, it probably applies for that. But exactly. I would also say, I think a lot of times, I don't know about you all, but when I'm reading like this, a lot of times the messages for one person resonate with someone else, and I think that's
exactly
a beautiful gift.
Yeah, it's amazing when that happens. And I always say, if you don't get called, maybe your message came through anyway. You just got to listen to everyone else's as well. So, and I find that when we do this kind of stuff, almost every message is viable for pretty much everybody. It's really interesting. Let me share my screen. And let us draw. We got 9 entries so far. Hopefully we can get through all of them. And let us see who is the first entry.
I love this idea.
I'm a big fan of the giveaway tool.
Woohoo! Rochelle! Yay! Awesome. Okay. Let me flip back. I'm not seeing anything more than you guys. Okay, let me stop sharing.
Actually, don't stop sharing. Just
okay.
Because you're going to have to enter it back up.
Right.
You're going to have to put it back in. So.
Okay.
That work? Okay, there you go. And then just click on the other thing, and then you can remove it, or you can just remove it from the screen. Works out perfectly. Sorry, I've been doing this a lot.
No, thank you. This is my first time playing with it, so all the tips and tricks, I need it. Thank you, Gerald.
If you can do the favor of, I do see them here. Could you click on their name so that they are floating above, so we can remember who we're reading for?
Yes. Okay. Find the original. Yes. So we're reading for Rochelle. So we'll start with Ginger, and then go to Nancy, and then me, and then Gerald. And that's just what we're going to do.
Okay, that's just what we're going to do.
Yeah, we got to keep it in order, right?
All right. Hi, Rochelle. All right. One more card for Rochelle. Action for Rochelle at this time. Okay, gotcha. All right. So your first action to take is working towards I'm not stepping on your toes, Nancy, but whatever you've been trying to manifest, and the idea is towards something that you love doing, and you don't mind putting in the hard work for it. This is gathering all your resources to fulfill this manifestation you're working for. Now is the time to act toward gathering your resources and information for this something big, something you've been thinking of, I think. So that's what I have there. You in this images are mushrooms, and mushrooms are just as important as the trees as far as communicating. They're like the little liaisons with their little roots underground, helping carry messages through the trees. So I feel like whatever is coming your way, or whatever you might be working with, is some very deep messages, possibly ancestral messages. And I've got inspiration. So yeah, act towards that inspiration right now. Bring it up in the fire, and possibly do like a little ritual towards it. So that's what I have for you, Rochelle.
Rochelle, the first card that I have for you, I chose from the Mystic Palette Tarot. And you got the 10 of Swords. And I want you to look closely at this card, because there are a lot of ways to interpret this. A lot of people say it's like backstabbing. In this instance, I see this as a card of release. You're letting something go. But the most important thing that I see in this image for you, Rochelle, is there is an angel, and it is picking up the Fool's hat. And I think what we have to remember when we think of this card is it's also a card of new beginnings, new thoughts, new projects. And that angel is watching over you as you begin anew. And the second card that I got for you is a card of a feather, and it is the white owl, and it says the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. And I think that these cards go beautifully together. That's what I have for your show.
Thank you, Nancy, because that goes perfectly with what I got for Rochelle. So I have the High Priestess, right? Listening to that inner wisdom. But I also got innocence here, right? So this is reminding me of something that happened to me, where a message came through for a group. And that message was, don't forget to keep your wisdom and innocence balanced, right? So as wise as you get, embrace the innocence just as much. Because if it's imbalanced, then unbalanced, then you get so wise that you lose your innocence, and you get like curmudgeon and too wise for this kind of crap. And I feel like by keeping it balanced, embracing that inner child, that joy that you get from just like being a pure innocent, right? I feel like that helps actually strengthen that wisdom that you receive through your watery connection. So just remember, keep that wisdom and innocence balanced.
I love that High Priestess for her.
Mm-hmm,
so,
right?
Rochelle, the Earth, the next state of progress. So if we think about Earth and being grounded, I have the Hanged Man for you. So what's amazing about this is the next state of progress is for you to get ungrounded, get a different perspective, because if you have been walking along the same paths for a long time, it's time for you to lift up and to see things from a different angle. So the next state of progress is you being willing to do that. The great thing about the hanged man is a lot of blood flows to your head. So sometimes you can think. So the next state of progress is actually you getting ungrounded a little bit and seeing how things settle. However, it is also supported with ancestry. Love this here, because I was talking about the earth and ancestors. So think about things differently. You've always done things a certain way. Maybe do them a little differently. Just because your great grandparents have done it this way, it could be time for you to evolve it because the circumstances are different. Honor them. If you don't have an ancestor altar, girl, get an ancestor altar. I mean, it's time of it for that. But this is very much the idea of recognizing, okay, this is where I come, and I'm going to use that and build for me. So that's what I have for you.
Love it.
She's been thanking each of us, but she didn't mention something about what I was saying. She says, oh my goodness, yes, and that's so funny, Jonathan. I have two main archetypes that I have apparently when I took the archetype test. The wise, sage, and child. There you go, wisdom and innocence.
It's amazing.
I love that. Okay. So.
Oh, good. She's doing ancestor work next month.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I know that this month she's doing past life work too. So, okay, let us draw one more time. Well, not one more time. Again. It's gonna be
Hi, Ms. Tarot D.
Kim B.
Kim B.
Oh, hi, Miss Tara D. And hi, Harley. And yes, Ginger does have wings, Harley.
And it's funny, my air conditioner just kicked on so that it's blowing them a little bit. They're a little flutter.
That's perfect.
Ready,
It is.
Ginger?
Kim B, just wanted to make sure that you're still here. Please say that hi or something. Oh, yep.
She, yep,
It's here.
Kim B. Okay.
Aloha, Betsy. Thanks, Heather.
Okay. Hi, Kim. Okay, so action that you should be taking for your highest good right now. I have this awesome King of Wands. Look at the fiery energy in him. King of Wands, you can't get better, more fiery energy than that. So King of Wands, taking action towards all these great ideas that you have, and practicing a little bit of patience through the process with those who are around you. Let's see what. So this particular dragon, he's like taking a little break, but since we're in the action part, it's time for you to wake up from this little slumber that you've been using this downtime for manifesting and working towards your desires. What are you wanting to accomplish here in the next 3 months? It's time to start moving, taking action towards that. Start doing affirmations. If you oh, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought there. My fairy wings were getting in my. These are meant for kids, so this is tight. Okay, so yes, so the action is to start working towards your manifestations right now. Your King of Wands energy, that fiery magic of the King of Wands. He made it king because of his wise decisions that he made using his intuition, his drive for action, instead of just dreaming. He moved on every action that he planned. And then you have protection, finding what's important. Okay, so setting boundaries, I'm going to say on this one, be sure you're setting boundaries in all you do. We have a lot of things going on in the atmosphere, people, earth, that are draining people's energies right now, at least in my circle. Put boundaries and protection. I like to say I place a semi-impermeable bubble around me, and only love and light may enter this bubble. all lower energies be deflected away and transmuted into love. So that's what I have for you, Kim. And you're protected. I'm sorry. And you have a dragon protector. So sorry, Nancy.
Kim B, I thought I would draw two tarot cards for you, and what came up from the two different decks, both of them, is the Four of Swords.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm thinking that what the idea that you need to keep in mind is that you need to step away and to calm your mind and to possibly meditate and embrace a quiet space and rest. I think that your mind needs this right now. Maybe you're overthinking something. I did pull an oracle for you, and the feather that came out was the robin. And it says new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. But I think that the quietness will make this happen. And that's what I have for you.
Okay, so interesting enough, the emotion that I pulled, emotion you encounter, I pulled the strength card. And this one, I don't know if you can see this, a mermaid is trying to free a humpback whale from a net.
Ooh.
Right? And the other card that came with it was memories. So the emotion that you're going to encounter here is the strength to finally break free of this net of memories that have been keeping you down, right? I feel like in order to break free, you need to anchor yourself in the here and now instead of constantly reliving these memories. So you look at this mermaid, she's so caught up in those memories in the pictures that she just keeps looking at over and over again, that her own hair seems to be tying her in place. Very similar to the way that net is keeping that poor whale stuck. And the mermaid is desperately trying to free the whale so it can get to the surface and take a breath, right? So that is the emotion you will encounter is freeing yourself of memories that don't serve you anymore. So you can finally take a breath and get grounded. So speaking of groundedness.
So the next state of progress, I have for you the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles oftentimes resembles or represents financial loss or insecurity. When I think about this as a next state of progress, as Kim B, as you are manifesting, it is important for you to remember that there's always periods of rapid growth, and then there's periods of delay or stagnation or some loss, and then things move forward with that. So this is a card of remembering that it is stay for it in the it's the marathon, it's not the sprint. This is also the card of asking for help and being able to offer help, because you need both in order for this whole thing to work. And then because it is part of your unfolding, thinking about the idea of what's the next state of progress, you are going to be able to unfold it and you're going to discover something new. You will then be able to adjust because you will have gone through all of the elements. That's extremely powerful. So when this happens, understand it is part of the process and use that to allow you to unfold your understanding, and then you can make adjustments.
And Kim says that she finds feathers all the time. And she agreed with what you said. Sure.
That's great.
Thank you, Kim. I hope that was helpful. Oh, she wanted to know what that card was, that last card.
This is the card of the unfolding, Kim.
Okay.
It's from the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. I hope that was helpful. Let me take that down, add this to the stage, and then I got to jump over here.
Who's next?
Let's see. Oh, and Heather said that if she gets picked, to ignore it. Diane G. Diane G, are you here? Calling Diane G. I haven't seen her chat for a little bit.
I have a cowbell to get somebody's attention, but
There you go. Diane's here.
She is here. Okay, perfect.
All right.
can you click on her name and
Yes, fine.
yeah, thank you. Woohoo!
All right, action. Oh, sweet. Wait, do this one.
That's weird. Some people that should have the blue don't have the blue. Thanks, YouTube. Why does that happen all the time?
What are you talking about?
Certain
Oh,
people
the
that should right. Certain people that should have the blue wrench don't have it suddenly.
Do I have
I
one?
know Ange had one.
Okay.
It's not there. Pretty sure I gave one to Rochelle, and that's not there either. So
I've even had to resubscribe. I mean, because I know I was a couple weeks ago. I know I was subscribed to Rochelle's channel. I've been subscribed for
years.
near 3 years. And when I went to do something, it's like, what do you mean I'm not? I know I am. All right, Diane.
Yeah.
Okay. Action to take. What a cute thing. Okay. Love this cute deck. Okay, this is the Knight of Cups here. Action to take. All right, so I think your action to take, and this could go both ways, is showing caring compassion for yourself and for others. It's also showing equal exchange of energy, making sure that you're showing appreciation to all those who have helped you along your path in life. And you don't always have to like call that person up for 6 years ago to thank them. Do it through the universe, through your prayers and your even maybe setting up a gratitude altar. That's just going out there. But anyways, in this card, the Knight of Cups is just always been a very caring knight. He's the most caring knight, the most showing of appreciation, appreciating the little things in life. So this can go also in just to and the Mother Earth, carrying the energy of gratitude in life is so important, not only for our energy, but others' energy. So many people walk around thinking they're not appreciated, nobody notices them, and even just a smile to someone. So maybe call up someone you hold dear to you and just chat for a while, or perhaps if you're able to, go out for some tea and sharing, exchanging of energy on this is cups. So Jonathan, I'm not stepping on your mermaid tail, but the emotional, connecting from an emotional space, I think will be so rewarding for you right now. And I got the dragon's sword for you. All right, let me read a little bit on dragon energy in my little handy dandy notebook here. Make it quick. Dragons embrace all 4 elements. And so I think this might be a call for you to perhaps I'll piggyback on what Jonathan said earlier about chakras being misaligned or low on energy. So bringing some balance into your life, but they also represent manifestation and magic. You have the magic within you to manifest, because she's holding a sword here. So it says you are being called to step into your highest magical potential. So if you've been thinking about connecting with your guides, your higher self, and beyond. I think now is a good time for this. So that's what I have for you, Diane.
Beautiful.
Diane, I got a very powerful card for you. The idea to keep in mind is how powerful you are. You got the Ace of Air. And look at this. You are adorned in beautiful white feathers. This is a card, I think, of mental breakthroughs, of clarity, new ideas and thoughts. And look at your hand reaching up there and like just grabbing new ideas. And there are dragons in this card. So to me, that shows this is also a very passionate time for you regarding the wisdom that you are obtaining through your practice. The oracle card that I got for you is to seek the wisdom of your shamanic guides. And, their wisdom is just waiting for you. You just have to mentally and spiritually connect with them and be open to their messages. And it will help you on your path of wisdom. And that's what I have for you, Diane G.
It's interesting that you got the Ace of Air there, because I pulled the King of Swords.
Ah.
Right.
Wow.
So this is just reminding you, like, what emotion you're going to encounter. You need to be able to make sure that that emotion doesn't mess with your thoughts, your ideas, the way you communicate, right? You want to be able to, well, look, the next card I pulled for you was light, okay? You need to be able to shine your light. And one of the best ways to do that is freezing that water so it reflects and becomes almost like a gem, right? So your emotions tied with your thoughts are the perfect way really to shine that inner light, especially if you don't let your emotions carry you away and you are in control. See, this king is in perfect control. So I'm feeling like, especially with what they were saying, that light you want to shine, the best way to shine it is through yourself, right? You're not shining someone else's light, you're shining your light. And the only way to do that is to be in touch with your emotions, be in touch with your thoughts in a way that you can communicate. Okay? So that's what I have for you.
So Diane G, the next state of progress for you is the devil. Now, this comes up and it shocks some people. What this tells me as it relates to your next step of progress is you are going to start getting inside and you're going to be having all sorts of doubts. Things that you don't like are going to show up and you're going to blob onto them instead of allowing things to be as they are. However, it's a progress. This is part of what happens. We have to fully understand where we are. And I do have to say, the devil is a very earthy sign. It's very, very sensual in all of our senses. So when this comes up, Diane G, I encourage you to recognize that, okay, this is part of what the process is. You can decide whether or not you want to dance with the devil or not. But do pay attention to what the devil is showing you. And remember that you are always the queen.
Mm-hmm.
You are the queen of your kingdom. You decide what goes and what stays. Also, when you think about bees, it is the queen who is the most important and everyone revolves around her. So the next state of progress, perhaps you're starting to see yourself and maybe you like the things you see or you don't like the things you see. Just remember, you are the queen and what you say goes. So that's what I have for you, Diane G.
You got the queen and the king going on, Diane G. Yeah. So you got the whole court. Awesome. I hope that was helpful, Diane. And for those of you who are just popping in, yes, put hashtag me if you want to join the wheel, but we won't be able to get to everybody today. We'll get as many as we can. And
You may just have to do
Diane
it too.
says, I am the queen. Thank you, Gerald.
Yes, queen.
Yeah.
Let your fan thwarp it, own it,
Oh, yeah.
and
Right,
be willing to, yeah, Diane G, be willing to take the responsibility that comes with being the queen. So
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
Bye, Heather. Have a great dinner. Thanks for being a great moderator. Okay.
Round and round she goes. Where she stops.
Round and round. Ooh. It's zipping, zipping, zipping.
Oh.
Who's next?
Leah.
Awesome. Congratulations, Leah. Are you still here, Leah? Have anyone seen her chat lately?
And yes, Diane G, that does include taking care of your people.
Mm-hmm.
Leah, calling Leah.
Yeah, Leah, are you here? I need a phone like Gerald. Oh, here comes the cowbell.
There we go.
Leah, please let us know that you're here. Leah.
Leah. If you don't answer soon, I'm going to have to move on to the next one, unfortunately. So
3, 2, 1.
Right.
Okay.
If you do pop back in, Leah, we'll do you next. Okay. And
Orange. Right.
yay, Ange. And I know Ange is here. But she just said, Leah, yay.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that instead. Congrats.
Oh, she's got some.
Oh, Harley says, did you hear that the first non-astronaut walked on the moon like 2 to 3 days ago? What? Really? I'm gonna have to look that up.
And it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Hi, Ange. All right. Action. Well, we got the wands here, which is full of action. So, let's see. I have the 5 of wands for you, and this is an interesting 5 of wands. Okay. So, the action to take here. Give me one moment. Okay. All right, so the action here, I feel like, is to be more aware of your surroundings, both energetically and the 3D world. Let's see. So 5 of wands in the tarot deck, for me, represents something similar to the Knights of the Round Table. So we're all here for a common idea or a common thread of some sort. But there's just a lot of everybody has such fiery passion in wanting to put in their 2 cents, so to speak, that it's hard to come to a consensus towards the end. So I think here your action here is almost like a mediator kind of energy is what I'm feeling here, if that makes sense to you, Ange. I think you're asking to be stepped up to be somewhat of a mediator for something, but that could mean both energetically as well. So mediator for the there's a lot of cattywampus energies in this world right now, and you may be one to bring some balance to some of this, if that makes sense to you. And then your other card says tranquility, harmonious in action. So take some time for yourself and really connect with the elementals. I feel like here, even connect with your dragon spirit if you can. And this is all about, because of all this chaos, make sure you're taking time to nurture yourself, but also to nurture your own passions and your uh, what is burning inside you that you want to bring forth. And I think it would not only raise your energetic vibrations, but those around you as well. It might bring some calm to the chaos that may or may not be around you. So let me know if that makes sense to you. And
Ange, I got the card of wisdom from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And the interesting thing about this card, to me, it looks like the Hermit. But if you think about the idea for you to keep in mind that knowledge does not make you wise, it's how you apply the knowledge that you have, how you apply it to your life, your life experiences, how you learn from what has happened to you as you go forward. And you, on your journey this lifetime, you are here to become wise. That is one of your, I feel, one of your purposes. And you have to embrace what you have learned from many different sources and apply it as you go forward on your path. And the feather card that I got for you is the Falcon. And it says, use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. And I love that for you, Ange, because I think this is very important.
Definitely. So, Ange, I actually got a jumper. The 10 of Pentacles jumped out and landed reversed. I wasn't going to use reversals, but this was insisting it needed to be read as a reversal here. So I'm feeling like you feel a little ungrounded right now. I feel like you feel put upon in some ways, and that your foundation is cracking, I guess is a good way of putting it. And the card that came out with it is ask for help. Okay. It's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry all the weight on your shoulders. And I think carrying that weight for so long is why you're feeling a little like the ground is cracking out from under you in a big way. I had to pull one more just because the guides were whispering in my ear, and I pulled protection. And it says, keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid tears have been known to create these precious gems. So I think if you are going to be asking for help, you can ask for the mermaid help. Just carry some aquamarine with you, and I think that'll be a stone of protection for you, and it will help you feel a little more grounded in the long run. So I hope that's helpful.
So, Roots and Wave Ange, what I have for you is the next state of progress. The next state of progress is the 7 of Pentacles. I love how the Earth sign is getting a lot of pentacles. Mm-hmm. So this tells me that the next state of progress, or of process, the next state of process is for you to wait and to allow things to come to fruition in their own time. Also, Ange, this is matched with mental clarity from the Journey of the Sacred Bee Oracle. Being grounded and slowing down and allowing things to come to fruition, this really allows you to get more information to fully understand what has been planted and how it's going to grow. So this is saying give whatever you're working on a bit more time so that you can get that clarity and you can get more information. So that's what I have for you, Ange.
Bye, Rochelle. Thanks for joining us. And Mystical Misty, the little deck is called Sea Melodies. Yeah, and that's a US Games deck. So, thank you, Ange. So much to you. And she says, I love the Seven Pentacles, Gerald.
Good.
Okay. Thank you. That makes sense.
Awesome.
Okay. How are you doing on time, Gerald? We got about
I've got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. We'll see. We might only get one, maybe two.
Maybe towards the end we can do a collective.
Yeah. Janet Lee, are you still here?
Janet Lee, love it.
Janet Lee G, calling Janet Lee G.
I
haven't
myself a little
loud. It's a little loud.
I haven't seen her in chat. Oh, here she is in chat.
Ange says, thank you all. I really loved the reading and it all resonated. I'm truly grateful. You're so welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So Janet is here.
Yes.
She says, yippee. Love it. All right. Okay, Janet. Okay, love this. All right, we have the King of Swords here from our dragon friend here. So, action to take. So, there's a lot of important decision making you may be having to take. Maybe you've been procrastinating, but it is time to put these ideas into action. The King of Swords has gotten to his hierarchy because of all of his intuitive decision making. So if you're faced with some decisions, you might be either hesitating because of little bit of doubt or anything, you can call upon your guides or the elementals to assist you in making the decisions that are proper for your best and highest good. So this is the action you need to be taking right now, is making some clear decision making. So whether it's oh, we have a little butterfly on a rock here. Okay, so this is an important time because it does represent some transformational energy here for you. So if you have any doubt, you call upon your guiding team to assist you in making decisions and choices with clarity. So, and then I have here, transformation, defining yourself. So, yeah, so you're good. There's some transformational energy heading towards you if you're not going through it right now. And trust in the process, especially when you're asking the guides or the universe or your dragon, for that matter, for assistance in all this. And who do you want to be? Who are you? Pull that light out, because I feel like you've been hiding this light for a while. And because of what other people may think or say or see, do it. Do you, and do it with pride and grace. So that's what I have for you, Janet. I hope that message spoke to you.
Janet, I got the Six of Swords for you, which is a card of transition. And if you look at the different images that are in this card, the swords are in the water. So to me, that shows that there is some emotion as this transition is happening. You're going from one place to another, one experience to another. The idea for you to keep in mind is that with you, you have the owl, which is wisdom, and the raven up above, to me, indicates that something magical is going to happen. The cat, I think, represents your intuition. And what you need to keep in mind here is that, life is full of changes. And I think that there's a major change that is coming. It may already be, you may already be in the middle of it. I don't know. The second card that I have is be, feel, and receive abundance. All that you desire is achievable. And I love that for you, as it shows the cosmos out there. And that's what I have for you.
Awesome. So the first card I pulled for you, Janet, is the Hierophant. But in this Hierophant, we have a female Hierophant who's the keeper of memories, right? Keeper of records. But I'm reading this more of like, when you're studying something, come to it with a beginner's mind, right? I pulled Innocence again. And so when you're learning the skills you need in order to do this transformation that Ginger was talking about, come at it with the beginner's mind, even if it's like a field of study that you've already studied, that you feel like you've mastered. But coming at it with the beginner's mind, you'll learn new things, right? Things that you might not have been open to if you just came going, I already know all this stuff, right? So the emotion that you'll encounter here, I feel, is being open to learn new things about stuff you already know. Okay. And that's what I have for you. Thank you.
So Janet Lee Jean, the next state of process for you, this is, we're talking about Earth. The next state of process is for you to do the Ace of Swords, you to start thinking a little differently, and for you to have a new thought, something small, not huge. But I really like this idea of being grounded so that you can have this thought and allow this thought to come to fruition. And then it's also supported by the card of Insight, which is an air sign. So we have two air sign or air cards, thought, word, and deed, in with the next state of process. I think it's very important for you to allow yourself to be grounded as you have these new thoughts. Allow them, entertain them. The next state of process is entertain something new. So there you go.
There you go.
And I think that's going to be the last reading because we're pretty much at the hour. Thank you, my readers who came and dressed up for me. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who was in the chat and got a reading today. We really appreciate every single one of you. But before you go, Gerald, what do you have coming up?
Well, tonight I'm on the Cool Crone, and then next week I have next Friday I have a couple of other shows that are coming. Everybody should just like and subscribe to the channel. Because do all of that. So did you want to do, I have time to do a general reading.
General reading for the group? We could do that.
I want to make time for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a general.
All right.
Okay. And this is for everyone who's here and everyone who's watching the playback.
All right. All right, the action for the collective tonight, the collective energy. Love this. The Two of Wands. Okay, so for me, Two of Wands represents portals opening. So each and every day is the start of a new day for the rest of your life. So walk through these portals, walk through them with beauty and grace, and also walk with your community. There's a lot of mushroom energy in here, and I love that. So follow your passions each and every day. Each and every day, do something that brings you joy. That's the action I feel we all should take. And then we have wisdom. So use that wisdom moving forward, and call upon that divine wisdom, that magical wisdom that's within you and that is available for you. So that's the action I have for the collective for today.
What I have, and I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, the Eight of Swords. And a lot of people don't like this card, but I find it very, very positive, because what I see is it's so easy for us to mentally put ourselves in a cage for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And if you look at this card, that door is open. I mean, all we have to do is hop out of that cage like that bird has. And that's what we need to do. Don't let your mind trap you. And the second card that I got is when the bird sings, gratitude. We must always be filled with gratitude. Mm-hmm. And that's what I have for everybody.
I love that. Because the first card I pulled from the little one is turbulence. And it says, I can't read it that way. The mind is murky in rough waters, right? Mm-hmm. So we're all going through troubled waters right now. The whole world is going through troubled waters. But a good reminder, especially emotionally, is we're not going to be stuck here like this forever, right? We have the wheel of fortune. Yeah. We get to choose where we're going in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. But we also have to remember that what comes around goes around, right? So it's not going to be stuck. We're not going to be stuck at the bottom forever. Eventually we'll start rising again. And, you know, the future is what we make of it, right? The future is not written in stone. And one of the reasons why we do these kind of readings is so we know what appropriate behavior we can take, or actions we can take. In the future, right? Are we so stuck staring in our crystal ball trying to figure out what the future is that we miss the present, which is a present?
I love that, Jonathan.
So that's what I have for you.
So the next state of process, I got a duplicate card. I got the Five of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. So remember, with the Five of Pentacles, it's halfway through the Ace through the 10. It is important to remember that, yes, it can be represent poverty or financial struggle. However, it is also the card of asking for help and offering help when you see a need for it. Mm-hmm. This is I did a reading earlier today, and somebody was asking about finances. I would say make sure that you check your finances and make sure that your automatic deductions are still for things that you want. Fix the water leaks for you. So here's this card, but then I also got the Queen card again.
Oh, wow.
So I think, did I get the same pair?
You did.
Pair. So this is the message for everybody. Remember that you are the queen. You are the one who controls your environment and what is around you. But also, the queen is responsible for taking care of those around her. And so that's a challenge, especially in this day and age. We've got a lot of things going on. So there you go.
Wow. Very profound. I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And I know you probably got to get going, Gerald, but I was going to ask the ladies what you got coming up.
Well, tomorrow night, Nancy and I, along with Heather, Um, we're doing something different. I called it Rock and Tarot. We are going to be pairing some of our favorite bands or musicians with tarot decks. And so this is going to be like a kickoff maybe of a mini series, and I open an invitation to you gentlemen if you ever want to come on and share your favorite bands and cards. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I have that tomorrow night at 7, and then Sunday with Sun Psychic Jean 2:30 readings from Ascended Masters.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've got I'll be with Ginger tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be so much fun. And Heather, Heather loves music too, so we're going to have a good time. Sunday at 3, Heather and I have started a new series on crafting, and we're doing junk journals. And Farah from Faraway Astrology is going to join us. And then at 5 p.m. on Monday with Divine Feminine with Heather, we have Bobby from Robert Fierro Tarot is going to join us, and I believe he is going to be talking about Hecate.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Cool.
Jonathan?
Awesome. So a week from today, I'm actually going to be having Hershey and Anne, who's here in the audience, join me, and we are going to be doing some charm casting.
Ooh.
So Hershey's never really done it, but I bought her a set for her birthday, and so I convinced her to come on with me and start actually doing some readings for people with her charms. And since Ange is so like such the queen of charms, I couldn't think of anyone better to have on with us. So yes, I look forward to that. That's going to be fun. And I'm planning something else in a couple weeks, but I haven't ironed out all the details yet. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and to all 4 channels, and hit those notification bells. Right? It's free. Right? And then that way you know what each channel is going to have coming. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Jonathan, Gerald, Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
A good time. It was such a pleasure to read for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And if the panel will just wait one moment, I will get the outro going, and we can chat behind. Well, unless Gerald has to get going, but Bye everyone. Aloha and hui ho.